Sturgis, South Dakota. It means just one thing.
The ultimate biker rally, period.
For 1 week each year, nearly 500,000 riders take over this tiny town of 6,000. It's an outrageous week where bikers rule.
I love it. This is my reality.
They build, ride, jump, and even destroy their machines in the wildest celebration of life on 2 wheels. Every August, tranquility in the Black Hills of South Dakota is shattered. It's the sound of rolling thunder. Almost 500,000 bikers take aim at one destination.
Main Street of Sturgis is a central point of the whole Sturgis Rally.
That's a crazy place. And you see rows and rows and rows of motorcycles, every kind of motorcycle you can possibly imagine.
From all across the Americas, anyone serious about riding comes here.
I rode all the way in from Trail, BC, Canada.
Galen Johnson, I'm from California.
We rode in from Janesville, Wisconsin, about 850 miles.
I rode 2,100 miles and it took me about 4.5 days.
About 1,000 out and 1,000 back.
For 1 week, Sturgis becomes the largest city in South Dakota. Mayor Maury LaRue oversees the chaos, cruising around on his scooter.
You can have a normal small town that all of a sudden is pretty much engulfed, taken over by 500,000, and we accommodate that. We shut off our main street to vehicle traffic just for the motorcycles. Where else can you go and see that many motorcycles all in one place?
Here in Sturgis, every motorcycle is unique. It's like each individual that's riding one. You won't see two that are the same. Once you get one, every piece of it becomes part of you.
Nowhere else will you see such a variety of custom engineering like the bikes on Main Street.
My name is Gary Bourne. This contraption is all stuff from my dad's farm. This is the front end from my first Harley. This engine was off of a John Deere combine. This milk machine I carried around for many years. My great-grandfather was a doctor, so he got gynecology stirrups. My dad never threw anything away, and so this was my inheritance.
Some bikes stand out for their chrome and paint. Others defy science because they just keep rolling.
Rat bike barely runs, rusted, dirty, never washed, barely gets down the road. Scrapey P. Hawkins, 30 miles south of Daytona Beach, Florida.
Hard to believe, but Scrapey's rat bike is 20 years in the making. It's the ultimate in low-end customization.
My most favorite trinket is probably this gas mask. Of course, this is my spare tire, just in case I get a flat on the road. I'll be able to change it and keep rolling.
The rat bike may be a personal statement, but it lacks the flash of a true custom chopper.
Well, my name's Jim Brooks, and I've been riding for roughly 15 years. The bike is completely custom built. It's custom frame, all the sheet metal and paint and everything I did myself. I probably have 300 to 400 hours of time building this bike here. It gets people excited, gets them looking. That's what it's all about. It's being noticed, you know, for your talents and what you can do.
I think people customize their motorcycles or love custom motorcycles because it allows them the opportunity to stand out in the crowd. That's what drew them into motorcycling originally. And once they're part of that culture and part of the motorcycle world, they need to stand out once more. So what they do is they customize their motorcycle.
On Main Street, any biker can strut their stuff. But around the corner lies perhaps the greatest collection of chrome and engineering in the world.
The World Championships comes to Sturgis every year because this is Mecca. This is it. This is where motorcyclists come. This is the largest motorcycling event in the world.
It's the World Championship of Custom Bike Building, held by the American Motorcycle Dealers, or AMD. This is the best of the best. 64 of the top builders from around the world have come to Sturgis to compete in a global build-off. And with all due respect to the guys in Orange County, no American has ever won. The bikes are hot, but this is no beauty contest. It's high-end engineering. The future of custom building comes to life in this competition.
This is not your typical motorcycle show. This is a design and engineering competition of the highest caliber.
870 miles away in Milwaukee, last year's top U.S. builder Dave Cook puts the finishing touches on the machine he hopes will take home first prize.
Start to finish on this bike, it's been 4 months. It's down to the wire again as usual. This bike has been assembled and disassembled, I guarantee you, at least 40 times just in mock-up, and it's pretty exciting when you get down to the last few items. And it's actually coming together pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. I'm inspired by the old board track racers, the simplicity of the bikes, the lightness. I'm impressed, and it's exciting that I can kind of put my twist to that style of bike.
Most bikes are chrome, but Dave's is nickel-plated, something he hopes will help his bike stand out.
All the time you're always trying to outdo yourself from the next bike. So, yeah, it gets difficult. But that's what it's about. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Yeah, see, that won't come off. Oh, shoot. This is the way it always goes. Nothing fits. You can't find the right bolts. It's little stuff like this that'll screw everything up. Shoot. Where did all my nuts and bolts go? What happened to all my bins? I eat, sleep, and breathe this motorcycle stuff. When I go to bed, I'm thinking of things. When I get up, I'm right on it. Just about all of these 100 bikes that are going to be shown there are hand-built, just beautiful works of art. Just unbelievable. The first time I went to the show, I thought, I'm not going to place. There's no way.
But he surprised himself and finished fourth. This year, Dave's aiming higher, but he knows the competition is going to be tough.
Yeah, there'll be some similar bikes there. Pretty sure. Hopefully mine's better. Of course it is.
Coming up, Dave unveils his nickel-plated masterpiece against the sickest bikes on the planet and the wildest biker party in Sturgis.
Ride to live, live to ride, baby.
The Sturgis Motorcycle Rally is in full swing. For the first week of August, bikers from all over the world come here to ride easy and party hard. Main Street Sturgis is the place to see and be seen. From dawn till well past dusk, Main Street turns into a biker runway show. Skin is always the new black, and everyone's here to make an indelible impression. For the average Joe, this is the perfect place to strut your stuff. But for the hardcore biker, it's not what you wear, it's what you ride. And the World Bike Building Championship at Sturgis is the ultimate motorcycle showcase.
I'm excited to be here. We drove, pretty much straight from Milwaukee to here. This is our first stop. We need to go to our campground yet,
Here at the AMD Bike Building Championship, 64 master engineers will judge each other in a competition for the coveted title of World's Best Motorcycle.
To win this 2008 event, it's going to take some design and engineering like we've never seen before.
It's truly a world-class competition, and Dave Cook is one of only a handful of Americans to ever finish near the top. Last year, he finished fourth with his Cook Cadillac, a board track-inspired roadster with a 93-inch S&S shovel head. This year, he believes he can top that with his retro-style board track racer.
I wanted a little fatter look on the tires, so I widened them. Put a Norton tranny behind the S&S shovel head. These front ends I made, kind of modeled after an old Schwinn bicycle. I wasn't feeling it. I found these handlebars on the shelf. I stuck them down here. I got goosebumps on my arms.
It's something that I love to do. Ever since I was a kid, I love creating something out of nothing. This is kind of the style of bike that I've been doing over the last 4 or 5 years. Like the board track racer style. Just something that I like. Each one, you gotta outdo yourself. So the next bike that I do, you know, I'll love that one more, but for now, it's this one. A lot of work.
Dave isn't the only one working tirelessly. At the AMD show, he's going against the most driven builders in the world.
My name's Larry Houghton. I have a disease called bike building. What makes this bike special to me was probably my first real attempt at building a very high-class motorcycle.
Great Britain's Larry Houghton has brought not one, but 2 world-class bikes to the competition.
The engine's a 1976 Norton Commando 850. It's all been machined and hand-finished. The lights is from a push bike. I tried to get the effect of, say, of blood, and the red cables are arteries or veins, and the engine is the heart.
Part art, part science. When it comes to putting together these machines, only the obsessed survive.
600 hours maybe, which isn't a lot of time. The brown one over there, which I also built, took me probably 1,300 hours.
2 months ago, this was a hunk of steel. My name's Dan Dossie. I'm from Miami Beach, Florida. This is Armindo. The concept of the bike itself came from Armindo's imagination and creative design. Every bit of this bike is unique in every sense of the word.
3 months of really hard work.
We started from scratch. Every piece is handmade. It's just a real showpiece.
In the World Championship, the competitors are the judges. They rate the bikes based on engineering and craftsmanship. The top contenders begin to emerge. From Canada, the single-cylinder sport bike by Roger Golden. From Germany, Sepster Ice Racer, built by Tobias Guckel. From Japan, the Hot Dock Nautilus by Keiji Kawakita. And from Belgium, the Thunder Bike, built by Team Thunderbike. Inside the tent, the judging will go on for 2 days.